Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing well today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some cool CSS animation. So on the right hand side, we have my name, which is blinking and flashing, and it's also changing color. And I also added a little reflection to it to make it look more cooler. And yeah, that's all there is to this project. If you're interested in building this project, please watch the video until the end and I'll teach you exactly how to do so. So first I'm going to get rid of all this code so we can start from scratch. And I'll type an exclamation mark, then hit enter, which brings up all this boilerplate code. And in between my body tag, I'll create a div, give it an ID of name, and a data text of Kenny Malice. That's my full name, and Kenny Malice as well. And this data text, we'll be using it for our pseudo classes and pseudo elements in our CSS, which we're about to get started to doing right now. So first I'm going to style my body and give it a background color of #333, which is just this dark gray color. And underneath that, I'll style my name ID. I'll give it a line height of 100 VH, font weight of bold so it's easier to see, and I'll make the text white so it'll appear more, it'll contrast more on the gray background. And then after that, I'll do font size 3 rem, make it larger to see, and text align center, transition 2 seconds, opacity 0.125, which is exactly 1/8, and we'll be doing some animation, so I'll create my animation name. So it will be fade, so it's going to fade in and out. Animation duration, which is how long the animation is going to last, that will be 5 seconds. So I'm just going to get rid of this transition, since this line is going to override the other line. And underneath that, I'll do animation iteration count infinite, so I want it to go on forever. And then animation timing function, which just sets the smoothness of our animation. So if I do linear, it will be a nice smooth animation throughout from start to end. If I put ease in, it'll start out slow then end fast, and ease out is the exact opposite. And after that, I can create a keyframes, and after the word keyframes, I have to type the name of my animation, which is fade. So I'll just copy this and paste it just to show you guys. Oh, never mind. Fade, not face. And then inside of that, I can do 8 intervals, 8 segments of the animation. So each segment will be 12.5%. So once the animation is 12.5% complete, the opacity will increase to 0.25, and the color will be RGB 187, 196, and 68, which will be yellow. Then at 25% complete, the opacity will be 0.5, and the color will be RGB and 0, 255, 115, which is going to be this bright green color. At 37.5%, the opacity will be 0.75, and the color will be RGB 13, 230, 208. And the reason why I'm using hex colors is because it gives me a much broader choice of colors, like a more variety of colors. If I use like red or blue, it doesn't give me a lot of options, since there's only 7 or 8 colors in the rainbow. And at 50% complete, the opacity will be 1, so it's normal. That's like the default value. It's not like, it is the default value. And at 62.5% complete, the opacity will decrease back down to 0.75. So it's gradually going back to its original state. And then at 75%, oh, I also forgot to give it a color at 62.5%. The color will be blue. At 75%, the color will be green. And above that, I'll do opacity 0.5 again. And then at 87.5%, the opacity will be 0.25, so a quarter. And the color will transition into red. And once the animation is completely complete, see what I did there? The opacity will be 0.125 and the color will be yellow. And this is where our data text property comes into play. So I'll type hashtag name, then 2 colons, then the word after. This is our pseudo element. And we always have to give it a content. Even if it's blank, we can just leave it blank if we don't want it to have any text, but in this case I do want it to have text, so I can do attr, which just stands for attribute, and type this into the parentheses. I'll just copy and paste it. Whoops, I accidentally deleted all of that. Let me try again. Just paste it in there, and then I'll do position absolute. Well, first I'm going to refresh and show you that it actually did appear. So now it's to the right of the actual my original name. This is the pseudo element. Let me highlight it. Well, I can't highlight it, but it's this. This is my original name, and this is my pseudo version of my name. And I'll do transform origin, which is just going to move it to the bottom, and then transform rotate it on the x-axis. So I'll type rotate x, then I'll make it rotate 180 degrees, so it's going to look like a reflection. And now if I save, it disappears. That's because I haven't finished giving it more CSS styles yet. So I can do line height 100 pixels and opacity 0.1, right 434 pixels, top 190 pixels, text shadow 003 pixel white. And I'll copy this down 3 more times to give it a nice glow, nice glowy background, and I'll get rid of this last comma and type enter. And now we're done with all of our CSS. So this is it for the project. Hope you had fun building it. This was a really cool project and I had fun building it, so I hope you felt the same way. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more videos like this. And other than that, I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in my next video.